one college title in their trophy case. Won the tournament back in 1941. A different time back then, but a title nevertheless.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title. And, Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
And for that 1941 title you mentioned, Greg, for the Badgers, it was actually their first invitation to the College Tournament Club.
How about that for a first impression?
Yeah, not bad.
Not too bad at all. Prior to their recent run of success, that was their lone bright spot as a program.
Now here is Hill, following the miss by Freak, and the wide open shot from Decker. They get it again, kicks it out to Hawkins. And again, it's the Badgers missing. And so it's Louisville with it. 3-point lead.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
The Badgers making a switch here. Wade on the wing, the dish to Conley. Now the pass to Hill. They set the pick. The shot by Wade, wide open. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Freak with it. Is picked up by Hill. Freak passes to Thomas. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Freak in at shooting guard. Thomas is out there with Payton, and it's Hughes in at the 3. Here is Hawkins. He dishes it to Conley. On the wing, Hill. Gives him a screen. Shoots off the screen. Second chance shot. That one's good, and the Cardinal lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Wade.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be...
And welcome back. We're just about ready to get going with the second half of a historical championship game. For those just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan, pleased to be alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony as we get set to watch how the college basketball season will end.
And in a championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected a close battle. I don't think either side is going to be able to run away and hide in this one.
And, Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, he'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats to ever play the game.
And Wisconsin, looking at who they've got. We've got Kaminsky. Hawkins is out there with Hill. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in at the power forward position.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
Hawkins kicks to Hill. Evans, a screen on Sanders. Pass to Hawkins. Feeds to Decker. Here is Hawkins. Light covering. That one's good, and the Cardinal lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Hawkins.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Passes it to Hill. For the tie. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Dawkins checked in for Wisconsin.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
And the Cardinals making a change here. Hughes is checked in. The offensive rebound. So it's Louisville now. A 2-point game. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. 13 points for Freak.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Decker with it. To the middle. Here's Dawkins. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Badgers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. The Badgers making a switch here. And he can't hit the second. Louisville leading by 3.
This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
Conley for 3. That's good. And the assist goes to Fisher. Conley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Hill. Stolen by Conley. And now here comes Conley leading the break with the teardrop. It's rebounded by Louisville.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
And a wide open look for Freak. And another 3 for Louisville.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Freak in a 2-guard. Payton is out there with Thomas. And it's Hughes in at the 3 spot. Hill kicks to Fisher. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy.
Wisconsin trails by 3. There's the pick. Payton dishes to Evans. Down low. Here's Hawkins. Tries again. Payton passes to Kaminsky. Back to Payton to tie it up. Can't get it to go. Louisville leading by 3. And here's Freak. The feed to White. In the corner, it's Freak. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Freak's got 12 points here in the second half.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And the Badgers with possession here. They trail by 6. Here is Hawkins. He feeds it to Evans. Decker gets the bucket. We've got 1:23 left to play here in the second half. Now here's Freak. He's tightly guarded. He dents the rim with a two-hand slam.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breaker.
Hill, he's checked in for Payton. .110 left here in the second half. Now Hawkins. It's Evans on the wing. They set the pick. Connects! And now they trail by just 4.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Hawkins kicks to Decker. Evans outside. 35 seconds left in the second half of basketball. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
And they go to the intentional foul. 27 seconds left to play in the second half. And an intentional foul right there. Here's Freak. And now we've got the intentional foul. Clark, they'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see some long possessions out of them going forward.
And he makes the first of the 1-and-1. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
They have a chance to tie it up.
A 3-ball would do just that.
The 11-footer. Decker can't hit. And they go to the intentional foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
There's 10 seconds left in the second half of basketball.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Shooting for the Cardinals, Andy White. 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. Hawkins. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty-handed. So we see the Cardinals get the win here. Such a special moment for these kids. All the hard work they put in, all the pressure, Greg, they've been under all tournament long. This is pure elation. Being able to call themselves now champions.
And Kevin, from the players, the rest of the students watching, I mean, this is something that can never be taken from you. They will always have this moment in history to reflect upon.
And it's such a punishing path to this moment. I mean, you look back on all the close calls along the way as the field gets whittled down round by round. I mean, they survived quite the gauntlet to get to this moment.
Indeed, a very special moment. And that's going to do it for us. I'm Kevin Harlan. It was a pleasure.